the day. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Sam Darnold and the New York Jets versus Taysom Hill and the Arizona Cardinals.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to the sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The USC product, Sam Darnold, the number 3 overall pick in 2018, ready to go. Here's the Jets takeover on offense.
Year 3 now of Sam Darnold being the starting quarterback with the New York Jets. And as you might expect, some ups and downs along the way. That's what happens with young quarterbacks. Last year, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had to play through some sickness and injury. But the Jets really believe in this guy and showed it by upgrading their offensive line in order to get him more protection moving forward.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Complete to
completion there to Brashad Perriman, and the best part of his game coming out of UCF, his ability to run. A sub-4.4 sprinter. They need it now in New York to replace speedster Robbie Anderson, who signed with Carolina. He's going to take over the outside vertical routes that Anderson provided, and they're hoping for big plays downfield.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
Steven
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The slant complete to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
A gain of 18.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll They'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes Grant on the return. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
Now Hill looking to throw on 1st. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Avery Williamson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Hill. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And DeAndre Hopkins with another catch. And let's face it, when Arizona made this trade, there had to be no one happier than quarterback Kyler Murray, who had been pushing his management to draft his college teammate C.D. Lamb out of Oklahoma. But when they made a trade for DeAndre Hopkins, they didn't need to do that anymore. This guy's an all-pro receiver. He's been the top 3 in receptions the last 2 seasons. And now with Larry Fitzgerald already there, and you add DeAndre Hopkins, the possibilities endless for the Arizona Cardinals in the passing game.
Flush to his right. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Darius Geis with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give this to Bell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 17 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. A give to Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
It's 4th down.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Cardinals 14, Jets 7.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And his throw here's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's third down. The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
It's a gain of
that third down conversion good for 23.
Cardinals.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Christian Kirk.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
C.J. Mosley.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
4 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Geis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
10 yards.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defenses have been keying on him each and every snap. This guy produces no matter what the situation, no matter what the coverage. Just find him and get him the football.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll hand it down to Geis. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Geis.
3-yard line.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
The New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Darnold from the gun. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Catch there by Jamison Crowder. 78 catches, 833 yards, and 6 touchdowns in 2019. Operates very well out of the slot. One of the niftier receivers in the league.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. The give is to Bell. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 7 yards the pickup. 1st down, New York. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's a man who's now 3rd all-time in rush yards, Frank Gore. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 40.
Play action. It's Hill. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Complete.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 13 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
On first down, it's Hill, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Hill throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
There's Hill. Off to Geis on the screen. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A shotgun snap for Hill. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Hill now operating from the red zone. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Darius Geis on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. This one caught by Crowder. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up
the last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Grant. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Out of the gun, Hill. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Williams.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hill going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. It's third.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
It's now 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Hill going deep for Hopkins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game. So you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They start the 2nd half with a run by Geis, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Geis, the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
39-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A 1st down and more for Drake. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 31 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Quickly completed to the right flat. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd and 12, Hill able to find his running back, Geis.
Hill's pass.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Throwing again is Hill. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
31-yard line.
From the 31, Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Rashawn Gary. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. From the 50, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
For the Jets.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Anderson on the stop.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd, Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard.
As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
2nd and 5 now. Hill escaping the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hill. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Crowder, muscling free near the 40. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Darnold airing one out for Crowder. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Boy, a Nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On first down, it's Bell down right around the 25. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
17.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Hill. This one caught by Isabella. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Complete.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Break on the handoff.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Reddick in on the
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42.
Here's Hill. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game. On
1st and 10, Hill. And he rifles one incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hill. He gets away from one. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Hassan Reddick. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And that's caught. It's Hogan. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard
to the air again, Darnold. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Darnold completes it. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So out now come the Jets. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Good for a Jet.
Darnold from the gun. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Intended for Christian Kirk.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside, but the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something